everyone, in this video we are going to add some images. To do this I have already found some images and have saved them to my master folder using simple names. I can see them here on the left hand side: baby, close-up, dolphin and jump. Okay, so now if I go back to my HTML file, you can choose any HTML file if you have multiple. I have index.html as my first, and then I also have an about page here. But I'm going to go back into my index.html. And I'm going to write my next line of code in my body. So I can see that this is my opening body tag here and my closed body tag here. So I'm going to write between these two. I can write anywhere, but I've decided that I want my image to go below this paragraph, so below my paragraph here. And I'm going to put in a square bracket, and I'm going to write IMG, which stands for image, SRC, which stands for source. Where is this image going to be sourced from? So equals, and it's giving me a few things to select from here. Which image I want. I'm going to choose dolphin, and then height equals, I'm going to put 150, and I'm going to add in a width equals 200. Now you can change these depending on the image and what you prefer. Okay, so now I have an image there. Now I want some more images, so instead of writing that code out again, I'm just going to Control-C, Control-V, Control-V, and I have 3 images. But to change those, I'm just going to change the file names. I'm going to write jump, and the next one I'm going to just write C and it comes up for me, close up, perfect. So 1, 2, 3 images, and they're looking great there, but not as attractive as it could be because they're all clumped together there on the left. Lacking in style, I would say. So I'm going to go over to my styles.css to fix that. And I'm going to write image, because it's the images that I'm changing the look of. So image, curly brackets, and I'm going to write width 32%, and max width, and I'm going to write 90%. Beautiful. So they're looking all very good, except the left-hand margin is not the same as the right. So we're going to alter that a little bit more. To do that, I'm going to go back into my index, and I'm going to pop these together in a group. To do that in code, I'm going to write div class equals container. I'm imagining this as I'm putting them all together in a container. And it's giving me a bit of closing code there, but it needs to actually be at the bottom of all the images that I want in the container. So I'm wanting these 3 images to be part of that container. So I'm going to have it there, and these images are all inside this container that I've created. Okay, fantastic. So now, if I go back into my CSS, I can talk about that container specifically. So I can write dot container curly bracket display I can choose flex. And then I can choose justify content. Space between, there's an option there, I can select. And then lastly, flex dash wrap. And I have that wrap here. Perfect. Okay, so now when I look at those images, they're perfectly spaced along my page. So that's looking fantastic. Okay, so finally what I want to do is I want to add another image, but I don't want it to be part of this group. I want it to be separate and I want it to be centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my index.html, going to copy that code just for an image. I'm going to put this below that container, Control Paste, but I'm going to identify it as different from the other images. So after my, first I'm going to give it a different, I'm going to call it the baby image, baby.jpg. And I'm going to identify that as class equals, it's my fourth image, so I'm going to call it image dash 4. Perfect. So now when I go back into my CSS, I can give that particular image some instruction. So I'm going to say dot image dash 4 curly brackets display block. I can select there, and then I can do margin left. So for my left margin, I'm going to let it choose auto, and then margin right, I'm also going to go auto, and then width, I'm going to specify that as 300 pixels, and height as 150 pixels. Perfect. Okay, let's see if we can get that to come up, shall we? So go back to my image. Perfect. There's my fourth image. The only thing is it's a little bit squashed up against the others, so I'm actually going to put in a line break. And hopefully, yep, there we go. Our line break has created a gap. And now I have 3 images in a line and one last image centered in the middle of the page. Perfect. Okay, so now it's your turn. See if you can add some images into your page. See you next time. Bye.